Hi, welcome to the download. I am Tabitha Saris with the St. Louis Regional Chamber, and I'm very excited today to have Erin Joy, who is the founder and CEO of Black Dress Circle. Welcome, Erin.
Thank you, Tabitha, and thank you to the Chamber. You guys are doing such important work right now in this crazy time. It's so crazy.
It's an easy way to put it. So, Erin, can you tell us a little bit about Black Dress Circle?
Sure, absolutely. So Black Dress Circle is a business consulting and coaching company primarily focused on women entrepreneurs. And we've been focused on women entrepreneurs for 9 years. That's how old we are as a company. We're building a lot of momentum of course, with every year. Our flagship offering is our peer advisory roundtable programs. We used to actually meet around a table, but right now we meet around a Zoom screen. And Black Dress Circles exists to empower and educate and inform women business owners. Now, these are women who run anything from a startup company to a $50 million company. And what the research shows is that entrepreneurs benefit greatly from learning from each other. So what our clients do at Black Dress Circle is they get to pitch their challenges, their opportunities, their problems to other business owners, have those business owners weigh in and share what they've done before, in a similar situation, or what they would think about doing, or maybe a resource that that business owner with the issue has. So the clients who come to join us in Black Dress Circle get not only the benefit of working with me as their business consultant and coach, but also the members that help them really become better problem solvers and better decision makers. And the crazy thing about the time we're in right now, Tabitha, as you know, is that so many of the issues that business owners are facing today, there is no experience to really pull from. There's nothing like, oh yeah, 5 years ago when I needed to deal with XYZ issue, because XYZ issue wasn't an issue 5 years ago. This is such an extraordinary time, but together we're figuring it out.
I love it. I love it so much. And I love your energy about it. It's so contagious.
Oh, thank you.
You work with all of these businesses. Can you share a story or two about the collaboration that you're seeing right now in the region?
Well, I think collaboration absolutely is key, whether it's in what we would know as ordinary times or these extraordinary times. I'm seeing these amazing collaborations happening. It could be something as simple as, I play matchmaker quite a bit between my clients and between just the community at large. It might be something as simple as, Holland Saltzman, who owns the Novel Neighbor, which is one of the only independent bookstores in St. Louis, a dear client of mine, and matching her up with Anna Gessling over at Arch Express Courier Company, so that Holland, who needs to get these same day purchases out to her customers, can, place an order online and have Arch Express pick it up, make it happen, and boom, boom, boom. Holland has more sales over at the Novel Neighbor, and Arch Express has more deliveries that not only, it doesn't just, more deliveries doesn't just benefit, Arch Express as a company. Those drivers are local, business people who are part of our community, and it's keeping their cash flow going as well because they've got deliveries to make. So there's collaborations that I'm seeing on every level from, that's be a pretty simple collaboration to, what Tabitha, you and I are doing over at the newly formed St. Louis Small Business Task Force. We have about 25 companies coming together, putting our heads together to first identify all of the issues that business owners are facing right now. Just identifying the issues has been challenging. And then, so kind of synthesizing them down into a few key content areas or issue areas. And then each, on the task force, we have these subgroups where 5 or 6 business owners are focused together to solve the problems related to that topic, whether it's human resources or finance or IT or I said human resources. The one I'm trying to think of is risk and compliance, where there's several members trying to figure out, okay, what does it look like to reopen, but then to close down and then to open back up? How do we protect our company and protect our employees? What do we need to know from a legal perspective, from an insurance perspective? So collaboration is the key in ordinary times, and it is absolutely critical in these extraordinary times.
Agreed. And I'm part of the well-being
Yes.
Subgroup on that, which I'm really excited about. It's all about the community at that point.
Well, and you know, it's such a great opportunity to build new relationships. That's what collaboration can do. You know, you're building, as you know, you and I know, you know, the person chairing that subgroup, Angie Eckert, is part of the 7th generation leading Eckert's Farm, which is such a beloved company here in St. Louis. And, you know, in your role, maybe you would have a reason, an opportunity to connect with Angie, but the other people on your subgroup may not. I mean, she's on the farm. She's on Eckert's Farm, leading and running that business every day. She's not necessarily out and about networking. But that's the amazing opportunity that we all have in this extraordinary time, is to get to know people that we otherwise wouldn't have had access to, or maybe even a reason to connect with.
Absolutely. Which brings me to my next point with you is, so what do you think? What do you think the future looks like? Can you give us some insight as to how are we going to connect, and how are we going to grow?
Well, I'll tell you, I think that Katie's Pizza and Pasta Osteria is one of the best examples, right? Don't you love, who doesn't love Katie's Pizza and Pasta?
Their margarita pizza.
Osteria. Their margarita pizza. There's so many things that I love there. And I think there's such a great example of a company. And I mean, personally, I saw this coming. I bet a lot of people did. As soon as they moved into frozen, I saw what they were doing. I saw the community response to their carry out and to their frozen. And I thought, oh yeah, see, frozen's not going anywhere when the COVID-19 era is behind us. All they're doing is adding right now, out of necessity, another revenue stream that is going to be part of their business forever. Sure enough, you know, Katie started posting about how she was investing in new equipment. And then just this week, what comes out in the St. Louis Business Journal, other than that they've launched a national frozen food line. I think that every business has the opportunity to pivot like that. We call that a power pivot. You probably do too. That's a kind of becoming a new catchphrase, but every business has the opportunity to create a power pivot that they're going to layer on top of whatever their core business already is. They may even let go of their core business, not Katie's. They're not going anywhere, but companies may let go of their core business and really use the opportunity that the COVID-19 era has presented for them to go in a whole new direction. So I think, you know, that is what we're going to keep seeing. It's what we're doing in our business. It's what you're doing at the chamber. This idea, a lot of people are talking about this idea of framing this as a new normal. I'm framing this experience that we're having as a transformation. And so when I look out, what I see is a lot of people who have reprioritized their values. A lot of people, business owners, hard-charging entrepreneurs who say, I'm going to take time to spend with my family every morning, or to go for a walk, or to exercise. I'm not going to do what I used to do. Lisa Nichols and I were having that conversation earlier this week online. She is the CEO and co-founder over at Technology Partners, a wonderful woman-owned IT staffing and consulting business. And we both were talking about online about how we're not going to go back to the pace, the frenzy of being on the hamster wheel all day. We really have loved this slowdown so much. Not that we're both not just working hard, because we are, but there's just a little bit more room, probably because we're not getting dressed up and driving to the office and driving to networking meetings. There is a little more margin in our days. And I think that as we look forward in this transformation, I think that aspect is going to stick.
Hope so, because I am more productive working from home when my commute is like 5 feet.
Yes.
Versus 25 minutes. So Erin, as we wrap up, 2 things. What's a call to action? What can people do right now to support the small business community? And then I'm going to follow up with, what's your golden nugget of advice?
Okay, great. So I think the thing that we can all do to support each other is, of course, to shop local. We've heard that for years. We hear that. You know, there's a big push around that on the Small Business Saturday that happens in November. Let's make that Small Business Saturday that happens every single week and every single day. And I see that happening. I think that we can support each other by not just shopping in those stores, but reaching out to those owners as business leaders and as business owners. You know, it goes back to that access. We have the opportunity, you know, to pick up the phone and to call Katie and to call Lisa and to call Holland and to call Anna and say, hey, can we talk business? I'm not sure where this is going to go, but let's get to know each other and explore a little bit. And really, Tabitha, I think that kind of leads into my golden nugget piece of advice or wisdom, which is ask for what you want. What do you need and what do you want as a business owner? Ask your community for what you want. The community is here and is rising up like, you know, like never before. When I first launched not the task force, although on the task force, I asked for, hey, community, who knows an econ professor at WashU? I don't know an econ professor at WashU. I was connected to Dr. Glenn McDonald, who is the head of the Center for Research on Economics and Strategy at Washington University, Olin School of Business. And that relationship in this short period of time under this bizarre situation that we're working in is proving to be the most fruitful for our entire community. We're getting ready to release on June 2nd and June 5th, we're getting ready to release the findings that his smartest, brightest students are creating for our task force about the future and about where things are going. So ask for what you want.
The generation is creating the pathways for the next generation. I love
You got
that.
it. You got it.
I love it. I love it. Erin, thank you. You are amazing. We are going to put all of this information in the blog post as well as your contact information. So should anybody need your services, we will happily direct them your way.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. See you on the task force call soon.
Yes, very soon.